Good evening, welcome to Eye on the Issues. This evening I have a special guest, and he's no other than Dr. Brian O'Toole, who is the Managing Director of Nations University. Now, he will tell you how this was started, but I'll just give a little breakdown. Dr. O'Toole arrived here about 35 years ago. It's a long time, 1977.
It's a long time indeed.
And has remained here since, because he saw some challenges, came as a consultant in several areas, as a sociologist, psychologist at public hospital, and later on moved into several other areas and was retained by UNDP. And let's say about 15 years ago, you decided to start off the School of Nations. That was open to children of the diplomatic corps and local people. And that was quite a success too.
Yes, the response was very good even from the outset.
Yes, that's great. And then after that, you decided you needed bigger quarters, and you bought the old hotel in Newmarket and Main Street, which was falling to pieces. They had started putting in a new section, but never could have completed it. And of course, it's not easy to convert a building that was almost going to relic into one that was a university and is a university now. Situated in the area of Tiger Bay, but it's called Tiger Bay, but he's got to know the Tiger Bay people very, very well. Gets on very well, and he's granted a number of scholarships to Tiger Bay children, and they have a special class.
Yes.
At Nations University now. Not at the university, but at the school. So that's some good. And you say you told me you visited some of the homes of the residents of Tiger Bay. Can you describe how, you find them?
Well, I think economically, I think everybody knows it's a very challenging area. And before we moved the school from the rented premises in Kingston, and we spent several years trying to find suitable accommodation, but it's very difficult in Georgetown. And then we heard about the Woodbine Hotel. We put in a bid, thankfully was successful, got support from Demerara Bank and the trust company. And then, interestingly enough, then people started to say, oh, don't go into that area, it's a terrible area, you're going to have lots of difficulties. And we found actually that wasn't the case at all, that we have now about 120 children, youth and adults that come into the school in the afternoons for literacy classes, for social activities, to learn how to use the computer. And now, in fact, we've made very good ties with the whole community. And I think one of the things that was a good illustration of that early on was when one of the young girls from the community came in and says, oh, you mean this is our school too? So I thought that was very touching, and I think that they do indeed feel that this is something from the community and for the community.
Which is good, being able to not only befriend them, but also provide us much needed service. Because they were very neglected. Nobody paid any heed to them.
Sure.
As you could see, their living conditions and whatnot.
Yeah,
and that's a community that should be really looked at. And you said they were living in appalling conditions.
It's very difficult conditions that people are living in. I think that's clear for everybody to know. But the spirit and the sense of hope and the camaraderie in the area is really quite remarkable. Mm-hmm. We're very fortunate that the UNDP responded to our interest in doing something in the area, and they gave us some support, and they've given us 4 UNV volunteers who work on different aspects of the program, and they've been with the program now for probably 15 months, and it's a 2-year partnership. So we're very grateful for that support as well.
And your students, now you're a full-fledged university.
Yes.
Started as Nations University with affiliation to Cambridge.
Yes, yes.
Where you do a number of courses for Cambridge at the diploma level.
Yeah.
And you also have a special affiliation with London University.
Yes, indeed.
Where you do a degree program.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is externally.
Yes.
And we'll be going shortly to the one you're starting
With Australia.
with Australia
Yes.
in a few minutes. But in the meantime, how have the courses for London University and University of Cambridge, has it taken off, or has it been well supported?
Yeah, about 10 years ago, as you mentioned, we developed a partnership with Cambridge University that allowed us to offer international diplomas in business at the standard level and advanced level. And in fact now, more than 1,000 people have gone through that program. So that definitely has been extremely successful. It's affordable, it's accessible. About 8 years ago, we managed to form another partnership with London University that is allowing us to offer external degrees from London here in Guyana. And the response to that has been good. It's more challenging. It's in the area of the social sciences and law as well. So if people are interested, they could certainly come in and we could talk about that. We also have a partnership with the Institute of Commercial Management in England, and that allows us to do other business degrees and project management, and several hundred people have been through that as well. So definitely it's up and running, and I think it was because of that foundation that the Australian Institute of Business Administration, that they were looking to expand. They're already established in Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Lucia, and other centers in Asia and Africa, and they wanted to come into Guyana. And because of our existing rapport and relationship with London and Cambridge and ICM, they thought that Nations University would be